Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Pretty Lies and Alibis. I'm Gigi Fruit Loop. What you know?
Did you know that 1/4 of all your bones are located in your feet?
Yeah.
So you have 26 bones in each foot, so that's 52. And then we know you have 206 total bones in your whole body, so that is more than 25%. And I know this because lucky me, we were just talking about this. A few years ago, I knew I messed up my Achilles and I've kind of doctored it myself and with K tape and stuff like that. But it's just become unbearable. So I went to the foot doctor yesterday, and I've got a tear in my Achilles and some bone spurs, infected bone, infected tendon. So I got to have surgery.
Oh, you getting old.
6 to 9 month recovery. So that's
Mm.
exciting. Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, Fruit Loop.
Yeah.
That stinks.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were just talking. Probably for the first week or two, I'll be flying solo
Yeah.
after your surgery
Yeah. It's
because
pretty
that's
painful. So,
that's not fun. Well, we both like having our own health issues. So we just conductors of the Hot Mess Express, although I think you are lead conductor.
yeah. Lucky me.
Oh my gosh. Sorry,
Yeah.
girl. I'll help you any way I can. I'll bring you some dinner. I'll send you some DoorDash.
There we go.
All right. So, real quick, we want to give a big thank you to Debbie for the very generous PayPal donation. She's always very good to us, and we appreciate it. We put it
Yeah.
right
She's
back
so
in the
cool.
podcast
Yep. She's so
and
cool.
upgrade. I had to upgrade my internet recently to get a sole line for in here. So stuff like that helps when we have expenses related to this.
Yeah. So, CC Carney sent me this awesome Mando. You can't see it real good, but it's a Mando sweatshirt.
That's really
It
cool.
is so cool. It's so soft. I want 35 other ones just like it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. It's,
Red's your color.
I know, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah. So,
Okay.
thank you.
Excuse me.
Uh oh.
We got pollen falling like
Oh, yeah.
snow here right now.
Yeah.
We want to give a quick shout to one of our sponsors, Two Cool T-Shirt Quilts. You can go to twocooltshirtquilts.com/pretty lies and alibis. Check them out. We got wedding season coming up. We got graduations coming up. Or if you just want to treat yourself, not sure if you can hear Sherlock just yelling at the door, but he is. Also, so okay, you guys know I always tell you about the fun YouTube channels that I find. And I have found a meteorologist. His channel is called Ryan Hall Y'all. All right, he's in Kentucky. He's amazing. He has all these storm chasers on his feed, but like today, huge tornado outbreak in South Carolina down near the coast, or like kind of down from Columbia, right where Alec Murdoch is. They had a big tornado warning. Some places have got hit very hard in the lower part of South Carolina. So, to all of our listeners there, we hope you're okay. Let us know, please.
Yeah.
We want to know you're good. I know we do have a lot of listeners down that way. The last I heard, Charleston had a tornado warning.
You know, you're a true crime podcaster. When you talk about that, I immediately went to Zulema, Chad, and Lori.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
What are they
Um,
conjuring up now?
so the other thing is my son turned 15 yesterday and got his driver's permit.
Yeah, you getting old.
Yeah, your mom is old.
Your your insurance payment is gonna love that.
Oh my gosh, and now I gotta get him a truck, and, so I'm gonna if you're on YouTube, by the way, please, if you watch our videos, I learned this, if you hit like, the more people we get to hit like on our videos, it throws us to people who like true crime, so it'll recommend us more. So if you watch us on YouTube, do us a huge favor, hit like. We're trying to grow our channel. We're not going to buy followers. But here is a picture of my boy after he got his permit. And
Scared.
I have driven myself nowhere since he got it, except to
Scared.
the neurologist today. He just took me to CVS. I had to pick up some Pepto due to the ride there. So All right. So we are going to do a very quick update in the Naomi Irion case. Not a whole lot, but we have learned today that her cause of death was multiple gunshot wounds to the head and the chest. We were wondering how he killed her, and he was actually due in court today for a pretrial hearing, but it was pushed back to May 10th. And the reason being is the court received, Lord have mercy, received, don't you giggle, two stipulations in his case, which is the reason for the delay. And a stipulation is an agreement between two parties, but I highly doubt he took a plea deal this early on.
Hmm.
So he is currently charged with open murder, and a lot of people have asked, what's that? As far as I can tell, that just means that they have not decided the degree. It can float with open murder. They're still, they know it's going to be a murder charge, but I guess not sure which one yet. He's also charged with burglary and destruction of property. Burglary for taking her car, and then he destroyed her phone. And then also, they put out the amended complaint today to reflect the murder, her burial, and the theft of her car. It also said that he disposed of tires from his truck to conceal his identity as the person responsible for the crime.
Hmm.
So those are the updates for Naomi Irion today. Not sure that we will hear too much before this next hearing. Now, the Cassie Carli case, been following this since the weekend, big time. And at the end of this, we have some text messages that were sent between Cassie and her ex, Marcus, who is in jail right now, going to be charged with her murder. So let's just start with a little recap. We know they found her body in a shallow grave in a barn in Alabama. He had been doing some renovations on a house about 150 yards away from that barn. And I've heard somebody online tell their story of how saying that they were the ones that called in the tip. We will see. The autopsy was completed yesterday, but they're waiting on toxicology, which they say could take months. As of right now, he has not had a murder charge added. I don't think they'll wait months, though. Maybe they'll get a cause of death out and get him charged. The owner of the property said that Marcus had been working on that property for a few weeks, and it had been revealed. This was out today, and I thought, is this maybe a little motive? It's been revealed that Marcus was ordered to pay Cassie $5,920 before she disappeared. The judge ordered this just March 18th, shortly before the murders. The money was reimbursement for a long custody battle between him and Cassie, which began back in 2019, from what I can see. There's no record of any payments being made in the time that it was ordered and she was murdered. And then in the hearing where the where
George.
the judge ordered the settlement, Cassie appeared on Zoom from her attorney's office. Her lawyer has spoken out saying that everybody in the office is very upset about her murder. He said, "We've been dealing with Cassie for quite some time. Very, very wonderful young lady. And as far as the lengthy court battle that's been going on, it never got to the point where I felt like something like this would happen. Honestly, it was a shock."
So it's crazy why people. I mean, I'm glad they do it because they get caught, but why they bury or put somebody's remains near that something that connects them.
Well, I think too, they have that theory of, well, if I see that barn every day and I don't see a bunch of investigators around it, maybe I'm good.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's hard to get in the mind of people like that?
yeah, yep. So last summer, Marcus filed motions for contempt, a motion for temporary custody, a motion to request daycare attendance, and other petitions. In August, Cassie's sister, Rayanne, started a GoFundMe to help with Cassie's legal cost. On the fundraiser, Rayanne said Cassie met Marcus in 2017 and was pregnant months later. On the GoFundMe, Cassie said this man was a master at the game of manipulation, and though I could see all the warning signs of an abuser, I believed his excuses and became stuck in his web of narcissistic lies. During my pregnancy, this man's abusive control and manipulation escalated, but having battled infertility in my first marriage, I desperately wanted a family, so I just So I justified his erratic behavior as long as I could. So after breaking off the relationship, she said Marcus filed dozens of false police reports and called Child Protective Services so many times I nearly came to know most of the staff by name.
Gosh.
So he did have a hearing yesterday. He is fighting extradition, which is stupid. They're going to extradite him.
Yeah, I know, right?
So dumb. He told the judge not at this moment. The judge asked him if he wanted to waive his extradition, and he said not at this moment. There are some things that need to be resolved before I'm willing to go that route. I'm just trying to make sure that my daughter is taken care of with the people that I'm leaving her with. That's all. As of now, he is charged with tampering with evidence, giving false information, and destruction of evidence. He's due back in court April 13th for a review of the extradition.
Well, he sure wasn't thinking of his daughter when he murdered her mother.
Exactly.
And the thing is this, apparently they had joint custody. And, if you look back through the family court system, I've dealt with it. A lot of my friends have dealt with it. I mean, just recently, these courts are starting to come around and say, hey, it really should be joint custody in a situation where mom and dad just didn't work out when there's no abuse. Back in the day, you could have a dad who did an amazing job and he got every other weekend, every other holiday, and it's detrimental, I think, to having a bond with your kid. You can't bond for 4 days a month. So
Yeah.
it's nice to see the courts coming around and acknowledging that dads can be just as good a caregivers as moms. So they had joint custody, and you think, why would he kill her? It's like he had half time with her. Then you think it's a control issue.
Yeah.
You'll see, we have these texts that come from 2019. So they're not the newest of texts, but I think this is when all the stuff was getting started with the custody battle. And
Yeah.
you can see how he is a piece of work. Fruit
Yeah.
Loop, who do you want to read? By the way, the name he has for her on his phone is Miss Nagalot.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I'll do his. I'll read his.
All right.
Um, so Marcus says, "Listen, I don't have time. Uh, Lee, I don't know what he's trying to say here. To Lee going back and forth on this. Enough with what attorney said. It doesn't matter what he said. I can take care of her next week."
And then Cassie says, Marcus, I've offered you so many extra days in exchange for this next weekend, and I'm trying so hard to work together and co parent Sailor. At this point, I'm not going to give you any more extra time since you clearly do not want to work together with me. Since you just replied that you could take the time off, I will be making sure I change our agreement that when she is sick, you are required to take work equal to me. I'm done talking about this. Have a good day.
I'd be just fine if you would make the days I have her equal to yours. So am I keeping her? Am I keeping Sailor next week or not?
You work out of town. I'm done talking about this.
Where I work
Is
it's funny reading. These are hard to see a little bit too.
Yeah.
Where I work is my own problem. I need an answer if I'm keeping her next week or not.
I exchanged the weekend of September 20th for the weekend of November 2nd. You should contact your attorney. I don't understand why we can't work together.
We did an exchange. I'm not going to be having an argument about this. You made up your mind, and again, I have no saying on the subject.
You had a say so on September when your attorney asked you about it. I'm not trying to go against you. I've been begging you. We have to be a team for the rest of our lives will suck. What do you want from me? And that's true. You
And
don't
he
get
responds,
along, you're going to be seeing them frequently.
yeah, exactly. He responds to quit arguing.
Can we please, please, please work together? I will give you the following weekend too. This just means so much to me. I hope you will find it in your heart to know how much this means to me. Let me know if you would like to see Sailor this weekend.
This weekend is not my weekend. Next weekend is my weekend.
I'm offering to share this weekend with you. Sailor, my father and I are going to North Carolina for my nephew's baby shower next weekend. I had French onion soup. Whew, it just made a little reappearance.
Uh-oh.
I have told you this for weeks, and I've begged and pleaded for you to work with me. I respect your request about my mother. However, you cannot keep Sailor from her other family members. I'm still extending the offer for you to see her this weekend. I've shared with you the dates and times. I've asked for you to work with me, and I just don't know why you will not. Please let me know if you would like to see her this weekend. Thanks, Marcus. Then Cassie says, I also offered for you to join if you are concerned about her safety. Come with us.
Listen, I'm getting tired of telling you that I don't want to argue about that. There is a judicial order in place that tells us what to do.
I'm following the order. There's nothing wrong with me offering more time and willing to work with each other.
I'm done talking about that. You made your point and I've made mine, and we are not in agreement. If you text me about this again, I'll ignore.
On another note, if you are in town, would you like to have a night or time with Sailor this weekend?
Wasn't planning on being in town since it's not my weekend with Sailor, so I won't be in town.
Okay, it's funny because I offered other weekends that were not your weekends and you were back in Florida as soon as possible for that time. But okay, Marcus, please remember if anything, it's not about you, it's not about me, it's not about my family, nor your family. The bottom line is Sailor, what's best for her. I will respect you when it's reasonable. I pray you will do the same in the future for our daughter. She wants us happy. When we are happy, she is happy. She doesn't need any stress or anxiety. We will have to work together. I'm willing to 100%. Have a good night. And then at the bottom of this, she is sending him some videos of Sailor having fun.
And he responds, "Don't want an update, don't want you to share, stop bothering me."
That's rude. That is a video of his child.
Yeah.
I mean, so and then this is Halloween night. 3:45 p.m. I'm sorry to bother you. I was just letting you know she was safe and happy. If you want to see her Sunday, please let me know. And then this goes to November 2nd, 2019. Hi, Marcus. I just wanted to ask again if you would like to see Sailor tomorrow. We will be back around 9 a.m. You can have her and take her to daycare Monday if you would like. Please just let me know. Thank you. Then we jump to November 4th. Hi, Marcus. I'm not sure if you want to have Sailor this weekend. Please let me know if you would like to. Also, I was put part time as of today for a few weeks until I find another job. My office is closing. That being said, I can only hope you would make your payments on time for Sailor's needs. I appreciate it.
He responds, "This weekend is your weekend."
I mentioned before I would give you my weekend when we got back. If you don't want it, that's perfectly fine. Daycare is closed Monday the 11th. Can you watch her?
I didn't agree to an exchange as far as the 11th. If you can't watch her, I can, but I wouldn't be able to return her to you before the following weekend.
She can't miss daycare for a week.
Why can't she? She just did last week with you.
I'm not sure why you would have to keep her for the whole week. She is allowed 3 days a month without doctor's notes. Also, I'm not sure who you're going to let watch her while you work during the week.
Well, you asked if I could keep her. I've answered to you what I can do.
I'm going to need help on days daycare is closed or when she's sick. It's not fair for me to put my job in jeopardy because you work out of town and can't help. Who would be watching Sailor the whole week you would take her? It's a really reasonable question, just to throw in there. Who's
Sure.
going to watch my kid? Hopefully
Yeah.
not some coworker.
Yeah.
So she says, never mind. It doesn't matter because she can't miss more than 3 days without a doctor's note. So now it's all on me again. I'll make sure she's taken care of on the 11th. Do you want her Friday or Saturday for one night this weekend?
And I think this is a little bit cut off. I'm not taking any time in exchange for anything. If you can't handle her, and
You
then it
make it
cuts. You
you make
make
it
it
clear.
clear, and then it
Yeah.
cuts off.
And then that's all we got. So the next ones are Cassie is sending there's a video here. It says I wanted to share. She loves her dog and the old man loves her too. And then another video. Have you given her calamari? She loves it. Another one, it's a picture of an adult. And then this photo, you see her kind of with her hands up on a piece of glass, and she says, "Here's a few photos. We're having a great time. We went to the aquarium today. We went to a trunk or treat at the church across from my sister's, and I'm taking her trunk or treating tonight." For those of you who don't know what trunk or treat is, I think that's a Southern thing. Like churches and organizations have parking lots full of cars with decorations and candy, and it's just an alternative to trying to go through neighborhoods. Um, Cassie goes on to say she's happy and everything is good. Would you like to have her Sunday and Sunday night and take her to daycare? Just wanted to offer. That wasn't responded to, and then she sent one more video of Sailor. So I thought that was kind of rude when he said he didn't want to update, and she sends a picture or a video of their child.
Yeah.
He seems really difficult to work with. So the way I interpret this is, yeah, of course she's trying to find get him to take some days that help her, but that's what you do when you co-parent. There've been
Yep.
days where, I can't do this, can't do that. Send him to dad. He's
Yeah.
willing. It's not a fight. You see here, this is control. He
Yeah.
knows that she needs him and he's not bending. He's able to control these inconveniences of her, her job's part-time. It's yeah, he's I don't want to say the word on here, but and then if you watched that extradition hearing, he acted a little weird and then he got all emotional and choked up when he talked about his daughter. Well, guess what? You're never going to make decisions for your daughter again. Ever. Get over it, dude. Shouldn't have killed her mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we still don't know a cause of death for Cassie. They have not released that. Hopefully they will though before the toxicology.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tomorrow, we'll hopefully pick back up on the text messages. There is a trial next week. I'm going to cover live. It's going to be a 1 week trial. It's a case in Florida, right by Disney World, where the dad drugged his whole family, wife and 3 kids, with Benadryl and I believe stabbed him to death and lived with their bodies for a few weeks before he was arrested for some financial crimes like fraud, Medicaid fraud. He's a physical therapist, I believe. Should be a pretty good one to watch. It's Dr. Husel goes to closings tomorrow. We'll just update that case. You kind of know the whole story. That's all you need to know. The rest has been medical jargon.
Yeah. And we'll pick back up with the
With the
crazy
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Zulema, Lori, and
Yeah,
Jack.
I'm looking forward to getting
Yeah.
back on those. And then when Fruit Loop's out, we'll do some stuff. I might do like the Jody area stuff during that time and
Mhm.
talk to them about any past cases that they want to catch up on or whatever. And we'll make do.
Yep.
We will make do. All right, guys, that's all we got. Hope you have a good evening. We will see you back tomorrow. If you're in the lower part of South Carolina, stay safe. It's not over. And then tomorrow, coming our way. So there you go. All right. Have a good night, everybody.